For many of us, the mere sight of a snake, that sinuous, legless form, triggers a deep, primal sense of danger. It is an instinct that has served our species well for millennia, and with good reason. Across the globe, over 5 million people are bitten by snakes each year, a staggering number that underscores the often unseen conflict between our world and theirs. The consequences of these encounters can be devastating, resulting in life-altering injuries and, in far too many cases, death. Some snakes possess venom of such lethal potency that a single drop can end a life. Others, while less venomous, are defined by their sheer aggression, striking with little provocation. And then there are the few, the truly formidable, that combine both deadly venom and a volatile temperament. This raises a compelling question: which among the world's 3,000 species is the most dangerous snake of all? The truest answer, of course, is the one that lies coiled in front of you. But that is a lesson in immediate survival. For the purpose of our journey today, we will explore the contenders for this perilous title. We will delve into the unique characteristics that make them so feared, tallying up the factors of venom, aggression, and human interaction. By the end, we will venture to crown one species as the world's most dangerous. So, let us begin this deadly countdown and uncover the secrets of these remarkable and terrifying creatures. Deep within the rainforests and savannas of equatorial Africa, the forest floor holds a master of disguise. Here, among the fallen leaves and dappled sunlight, lies the gaboon viper. This is not a snake of slender grace, but one of immense power and substance. It is a creature of extraordinary bulk, the heaviest of all vipers, with a body that can weigh as much as a small child. Its pattern, a mosaic of geometric browns, purples, and pinks, is one of nature's most effective camouflages, rendering it almost invisible to the unsuspecting eye. But it is what lies within its massive, triangular head that truly defines its lethal potential. The gaboon viper possesses the longest fangs of any snake on Earth. These are not mere needles, they are veritable daggers, capable of reaching an astonishing 2 inches in length. When it strikes, these fangs are driven deep into its victim, acting as hypodermic syringes to deliver a devastating payload. It is a strike of incredible speed and force, a sudden explosion of violence from a seemingly inanimate patch of forest floor. The venom itself is a complex and terrifying cocktail. In a single catastrophic bite, a gaboon viper can inject up to 600 milligrams of this potent fluid. To put this into perspective, a mere 35 milligrams is considered a lethal dose for an adult human. This immense quantity ensures that its prey, or an unfortunate human, receives an overwhelming and unsurvivable envenomation. The venom is a cytotoxin, a substance that begins to destroy tissue on a cellular level almost immediately. The effects are as swift as they are horrific. The venom wages a multi-front war on the body. It is a hemotoxin, attacking the blood, preventing it from clotting and causing massive internal and external hemorrhaging. It is a neurotoxin, beginning to shut down the nervous system, leading to paralysis. It is a cardiotoxin, directly attacking the heart muscle, and a myotoxin, dissolving muscle tissue. The pain is described as excruciating, and without immediate and substantial medical intervention, the outcome is grim. Despite this arsenal, bites on humans are remarkably rare. The gaboon viper's placid and non-aggressive nature is its and our saving grace. It prefers to lie in wait for its prey, relying on its camouflage to avoid confrontation. It is not a snake that seeks out trouble. It is a creature of patience, often allowing humans to pass by without so much as a hiss. Its primary defense is to remain perfectly still, a strategy that works almost too well. This placid temperament, however, should never be mistaken for harmlessness. When provoked, stepped on, or cornered, it will defend itself with that devastatingly efficient strike. Its remote habitat in the dense rainforests means that medical help is often hours, if not days, away. This geographical isolation further complicates an already dire situation, as the specific antivenom required is not always readily available in these remote regions. The sheer volume of venom it injects presents another challenge. A typical dose of antivenom may be insufficient to counteract the massive envenomation from a gaboon viper. Victims often require multiple vials, far more than for bites from other venomous snakes. This logistical nightmare of treatment, combined with the venom's rapid action, makes any bite a desperate race against time. So, while it may not be responsible for a high number of human fatalities annually, the certainty of death following an untreated bite is almost absolute. Its combination of immense size, unparalleled fangs, and a massive venom yield makes the gaboon viper a truly formidable creature. It is a silent, patient hunter whose potential for lethality is matched by few others in the natural world, a beautiful but deadly ghost of the forest floor. High in the emerald canopy of Africa's coastal forests, a flash of brilliant green moves with breathtaking speed. This is the realm of the green mamba, a name that, like its darker cousin, the black mamba, commands respect and fear. There are, in fact, 3 distinct species of this arboreal serpent: the eastern, the western, and Jameson's mamba. Each is a vision of serpentine elegance, their slender, whip-like bodies perfectly adapted for a life spent among the branches. Their vibrant green scales, ranging from a deep emerald to a yellowish green, provide them with perfect camouflage among the leaves. They are ghosts in the trees, moving with a fluid grace that can make them seem almost ethereal. They are masters of their domain, hunting birds, eggs, and small arboreal mammals with silent efficiency. Their agility is legendary. They can traverse the thinnest of branches and even launch themselves through the air from one tree to another. But this beauty masks a deadly secret. Green mambas are armed with a notoriously potent neurotoxic venom. Unlike the tissue-destroying venom of the gaboon viper, this venom is engineered for speed. It targets the nervous system directly, specifically the junctions between nerves and muscles. It acts like a key in a lock, blocking the chemical signals that allow for movement and, most critically, for breathing. The result is a swift and terrifying paralysis. When a green mamba bites, the symptoms onset with frightening rapidity. Victims may first experience dizziness, nausea, and difficulty speaking or swallowing, but soon the paralysis begins to spread. The limbs grow heavy, the eyelids droop, and a terrifying struggle for breath begins as the diaphragm and respiratory muscles cease to function. Without anti-venom, a human can succumb to complete respiratory failure and death in as little as an hour, sometimes even less. Fortunately for us, bites from these snakes are relatively rare. Green mambas are not inherently aggressive creatures. They are shy, nervous, and will almost always choose flight over fight. Their first instinct when encountering a human is to disappear into the foliage, their green coloration making them vanish in an instant. They rely on their speed and camouflage to avoid confrontation, a behavior that keeps them largely out of human conflict. However, it is this very reclusiveness that can make encounters so dangerous. A person climbing a fruit tree or a worker clearing vegetation may inadvertently corner one of these snakes, leaving it with no option but to strike in self-defense. The bite itself is often quick and may not even be painful initially, leading some to underestimate the grave danger they are in. This is a fatal mistake. The speed at which the venom acts is the critical factor. The window for effective treatment is terrifyingly small. A victim must receive antivenom with extreme urgency. Any delay, whether due to misidentifying the snake or the distance to a medical facility, can be the difference between life and death. The potency of the venom means that even a small amount can be fatal, and the outcome is almost always death without the specific mamba antivenom. So while the green mamba is not a creature that seeks out humans, Its presence in the trees makes it a constant, albeit hidden, danger in its habitat. Its shy nature is counterbalanced by the sheer speed and lethality of its venom. It is a beautiful, swift and silent killer, a flash of green that can signal the end. Our final contender is a different kind of killer altogether. It wields no venom, no fangs dripping with poison. Its weapon is its own body, a magnificent and honestly terrifying engine of pure muscle. This is the African rock python, Africa's largest snake and a creature of immense and primal power. Growing to lengths that can exceed a staggering 24 feet, it is a true giant of the serpent world, dwarfing the other snakes we have discussed. Unlike the vipers and mambas, the python kills by constriction. Its head is filled not with venom glands but with rows of sharp, backward-curving teeth, hundreds of them. These are not for chewing but for gripping. When it strikes, it seizes its prey in an ironclad grip, and then the real work begins. In an instant, it throws its powerful coils around the victim. It does not crush bones, as is commonly believed. Its method is far more sophisticated and swift. With every exhalation of its prey, the python tightens its coils, a ratchet of muscle that allows no reprieve. This immense pressure does two things with terrifying efficiency. First, it completely shuts down the circulatory system, stopping blood flow to the brain and vital organs. Unconsciousness occurs within seconds. Secondly, it prevents the chest from expanding, making breathing impossible. The end is quick, silent, and absolute. The sheer size and power of the African rock python allow it to take on an astonishing range of prey. It is an apex predator in its own right, capable of ambushing and consuming animals as large as antelope, goats, and even crocodiles. It will lie in wait near water sources, a silent, patterned log, until an unsuspecting animal comes to drink. The strike is a blur of motion, and once the coils are wrapped, the struggle is already over. What makes this snake particularly dangerous to humans is its aggressive and fearless nature. Unlike many large constrictors, the African rock python has a notoriously foul temper. It is highly defensive and will not hesitate to strike if it feels threatened. While a bite from its many teeth is not venomous, it can cause severe lacerations and infections. But the real danger is its willingness to see humans not just as a threat, but sometimes as prey. Tragically, there are documented cases of African rock pythons attacking and consuming humans. Children are particularly vulnerable, but even adults are not safe from a large and determined individual. This snake is not afraid to enter human spaces. It has been known to venture into rural homes and livestock pens in search of a meal, bringing it into direct and often fatal conflict with people. Its adaptability is another key factor. While it prefers savannas and areas near water, it is comfortable in a variety of habitats, including those on the fringes of human settlements. This proximity increases the likelihood of encounters. A snake of this size and power, combined with an aggressive disposition and a willingness to prey on humans, presents a unique and visceral threat. The danger it poses is not one of chemistry but of pure physics. It is a danger that anti-venom cannot solve. It is a battle of strength, and against a fully grown African rock python, it is a battle a human cannot win. Its reputation as a man-eater, though perhaps sensationalized, is rooted in a terrifying reality. This muscular giant, with its irritable nature and sheer killing power, makes a very strong case for being the most dangerous of them all. We have journeyed through the dark rainforests, climbed into the high canopies, and faced the raw power of a constricting giant. We've weighed the Gaboon viper's unparalleled venom load, the green mamba's swift neurotoxic death, and the African python's sheer brutal strength. Each presents a compelling case, a unique blueprint for lethality. But the question remains, which is the most dangerous snake in the world? In the end, we must return to our original and most truthful answer. The most dangerous snake is, and always will be, the one in front of you. Danger is not an abstract concept measured in venom yields or fang length alone. It is a product of circumstance and proximity. A placid gaboon viper becomes the deadliest thing on earth if you accidentally step on it miles from a hospital. A shy green mamba is a fatal threat if you disturb it in a tree, and the formidable African python is an absolute nightmare if it finds its way into your home. The true danger lies in the encounter itself, in that heart-stopping moment when your world and theirs collide. Therefore, the greatest defense is not knowledge of which snake is statistically the deadliest, but a profound respect for all of them. When you find yourself in snake territory, whether in Africa, Asia, or the Americas, the principles of safety are universal. Be aware of your surroundings. Watch where you step, where you place your hands. Make noise as you walk. And if you are fortunate enough to see one of these magnificent creatures from a safe distance, simply leave it be. Appreciate its beauty, respect its power, and give it the space it deserves.